we've reached the second half of my podcast, which is the letters to the Jessica. So let's begin. Our first letter is from a female from Georgia. She writes, Dear Jessica, I will admit to you that when I was in high school, I was deemed, quote unquote, ghetto. Now I am in my late 20s and I have gone through therapy, college, and have matured quite a lot. My fiance keeps bringing up the fact that I used to be ghetto, and it makes me feel bad. Should I talk to him about it or just leave him? Ooh, you just gonna leave him? You just fuck it, gone. Well, I'm gonna say, first off, congratulations on elevating your mental status, elevating your financial status, and just elevating yourself, because I don't think people realize how much work it takes to work on yourself. The word ghetto, it never really sat right with me, because people always say, wearing pajamas in public is ghetto, but I always catch people who aren't from the ghetto wearing pajamas. You know what I'm saying? So, ghetto to me is kind of like time. Time is relative, right? It's relative to who's saying it. So when I hear ghetto, all that means is, you were not polished, or your idea of polished. And I'm sure, high school to college, that was, maybe 7 or 8 years of you working on how to talk, how to dress, how to, what neighborhood you want to live in, what friends you want to have. And that is a lot of work. So I commend you on that. And maybe if your boyfriend, I don't know, you didn't really give me a lot. You just said that he brings it up. And I would say, you writing me this letter, he brings it up a lot. You used to be ghetto. He is a fiance. And I will say that sometimes men get cold feet worse than women. So if they know about a past bad behavior, or they deem a bad behavior and they know about it from your past, they may feel like, when times get hard, or, you may turn ghetto. You know what I mean? And that may be something that he's thinking, where, if you guys get into a really bad argument, are you going to go ghetto and, cut one arm and one pants off his clothes and then throw him out? Or are you going to, beat his ass? You know what I'm saying? So just remember that. And really, he's your fiance. So I would say, just don't leave him. This is, the test of any real relationship, is working through the hard stuff. And you may want to sit him down and say, babe, why do you bring up, the fact that I'm ghetto? And you'll get a really good answer. It will be, one, babe, I was just joking. I just thought it was funny, and I don't think it's funny. Or two, he could say, I don't really see the change that you're seeing. You see what I'm saying? And then you would have to, give your list of what you have changed and what you haven't. And then, or three, he could just be like, I'm scared that, you're going to be ghetto, and you're going to turn ghetto, or you're going to teach my kids to be ghetto. And if that happens, then you need to be ready to have a really good answer for him. Is there an answer for being ghetto? No, because again, I don't really like that word. I think that's a very racist term used to validate poor people. Yeah, if you were poor, more times, 9 times out of 10, you lived in a bad place. And your colloquialisms, your behavior, your survival mode, it's totally different than if you lived in a suburb or went to an all-white school. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to get caught up in that. And I don't want you to think him saying I'm ghetto is going to bring me back to being ghetto, because the truth is, baby, you was never ghetto. You just needed some polishing, and you've got that polishing. So now if you feel like he's doing the most, it's your fiance. So now this is a good time to talk to him about that, because I think he probably gets glimpses of, what, you probably have a friend girl, remember back then, and he probably doesn't get to see that. So he may just be teasing you. I noticed that when guys really like you and you seem like perfect to them, and they can find one thing that isn't perfect, you know what I mean? They like to tease you, needle you a little bit about it, and make you feel, You know, it's like a fun thing. Guys are weird. Even when they're like 20, 30, 40, they still like to needle their girlfriend. Do I think this is a big deal? I don't. I think that you may still be a little sensitive about it because, again, like I said, you've worked really hard to, you know, get that comeuppance, to not be that person that that stereotype, because that's what that is. It's a stereotype. So I'm going to say, keep him, don't leave, just, you know, have a conversation with him, and everything I think will work out, okay? Thank you so much for writing me the letter.